got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Shoot us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn.
An offensive and defensive game plan each week. Once you've made your game plan, choose to start training and head down to the field.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? If you are, then go out and prove it to me. Show me what you got.
Yellow, 180, strike. Yellow, 180. Right side. Right, turn to 180, good side. Yellow, turn to 180. Right side. I don't need to. Right side. Yellow, 180. Right side. Yellow, 180. Right side.
All right, this is it. The gold standard. We are going for gold.
Right side. Right, turn to 180.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chicks, you don't know that I can face it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull up with the bow down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed.
Having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool.
Y no hay excusa, en la Versace compramos toda la medusa. Me hice rico en Medellín con la plata de la USA. Y en la calle a mí me cuidan por ser quien conmigo abusa. Y no fronteen, que ustedes todos saben mis niveles. Lo de las joyas ya compré cuando era un nene. Desde que tengo millones no hablo de yenes. Y no hablamos tanto, los Murakami costaron tanto. Me compré otro 10 que vuela más alto. Y cuando me bajo directo pa'l Phantom, yeah.
I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, I turn the knob, camera system incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. But the students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear.
Touchdown, make the whole city jump. 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 Touchdown, make the whole city jump.
Yellow! Long right! Right! Yellow! Artillery! Right side! Right! Artillery! Right side!
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Fight on these two! Fight on these two! On the wall, right! Okay! Yellow! Artillery! Right side!
I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with
Yellow!
this.
Artillery!
I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah,
Right side!
act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah, we might hit that.
Yellow! Artillery!
We might hit that.
Right side! Right! Artillery! Right side! Yellow! Artillery! Right side! Yellow! 180! Yellow, 180. Parang these two, parang these two. Let's go, blue 80.
I cannot fold, I hit on my goals, I did it with
Yellow, let's go, 180.
couldn't say bye. And we never know just when it's our time. And
Yellow, 180.
where they go, look here go toast. Give them a rose, but they still alive. I feel like myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I was a blessed with no one can feel. Don't know how
Yellow, 180.
they told me to chill.
Right.
I'm making a flip.
Let's go, blue 80. Right. Yellow, let's go, 180. Right. Yellow, let's go, 180. Right. Let's get it now, let's get it right now. 180. 180.
I'm about to win the game.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automatic.
Yellow, let's go, 180.
Brand new chick, she don't know
Right.
how to face it. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check,
Parang these two, parang these two.
broken
Go, 180.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollar.
Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Joe Burrow in the Cincinnati Bengals. It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense coming out here and bringing them onto the field the most valuable player of last year's Super Bowl, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, partner, normally if a guy's touchdown passes fall in half, the first thing you'd say is, he really didn't have a very good season, did he? Well, it's true. Mahomes dropped from 50 touchdown passes the year before to just 26 last year. But remember, he had a knee injury and missed a few ball games, and he still remained in the conversation as the best quarterback in the NFL.
Mahomes now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play. First down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On play action, it's Mahomes. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That certainly has to feel good. There's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that is caught! Kansas City! Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? Going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now we get a peek at LSU's Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, of course, as he gets the Bengals ready for their first drive.
When you read off Joe Burrow's numbers his last year at LSU, they almost don't even seem correct. I mean, 76% of his passes complete. That's the 2nd best all-time at the collegiate level. Ended up throwing 60 touchdown passes, accounted for 65 touchdowns, and only threw 6 interceptions and won a national championship. Joe Burrow is not just a terrific player. He has that it factor as well, and that's what they're counting on in Cincinnati.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He's going to look deep for Watkins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Here's Hill on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
6-0 our score after 1.
Score, Chiefs 6, Bengals nothing.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Matt Moore, the backup, ready for his first throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Operating from the gun, Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt to pass of over 15 yards.
That's a play that likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Moore. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. To throw is Moore on 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
And you have plenty of people who can catch the football. You don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Butker now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And he returns this to the 22.
Alex Erickson on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Finley. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Taco Charlton. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Hardman to return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Moore. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now Moore. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Moore. Off play action. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Moore on third down. Being chased out left. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. DeAndre Washington, 46 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss because they run out for the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First play of the drive going for football. Now Finley lost it. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they keep possession of the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, Finley. And he will find his man on the outside. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw again on second down, Finley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll throw again, Finley. Now Finley lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Chiefs defense here ready to head back out onto the field. And we watch now how effective they've been, how disruptive they've been in the backfield.
And what's been so difficult for the offense is that you know that they spent all week rehearsing these things, working on blitz.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Finley. And And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver.
But now it'll be third down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's... Third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Moore. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
For McCole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAndre Washington, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Butker on for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Finley going to lead the Bengals up 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Finley. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st down, Bernard. Put it into the 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He had a minimal gain on 1st down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Hardman on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
More now. Throwing on 1st down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team, because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
At the 31-yard line.
And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be it. Complete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
Now Moore. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Byron Pringle, 36 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still funny to watch for in this fourth. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Over the middle, complete to Tate. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Finley. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. Andrew Brown there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 1-yard pickup.
To throw is Moore. To throw on third down. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. But it'll be second down. Throwing again. Finley. Chiefs are going to get him. Taco Charlton, his second sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On third down, just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and a mile. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
KC's offense ready to take over. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the 4th quarter.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for KC. And even 40 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, the coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Mike Pennell able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Finley here, 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Moore. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Moore. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off play action. Moore on the move to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They run. It's Williams. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who is the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt.
The players on your quickly upgrade your team. This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths.
I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame. Get the money, I'm out in LA where it's